Hello, hello, hello. Good evening. We should be live. How is everyone doing tonight? Tonight we're going to be doing all things Birmingham. But before we do that, I'm going to make sure all my audios are all good. So I'll be right with you. That sounds all good to me. Awesome stuff. Right. Good evening, everyone. How is everyone doing tonight? We're going to be doing. I'm going to coin this all things Birmingham, but by that I mean we're going to do a bit of West Coast Mainline Birmingham to Crewe and a bit of Birmingham Cross City. Basically, whichever trains and all routes have Birmingham in them, which is two at the minute. But obviously, we can go three different ways out of Birmingham. Obviously, north on the Cross City, south on the Cross City, and then obviously westbound up the West Coast Mainline. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to have a bit of fun and do some different runs and also kind of make up for what happened the other night, the unfortunate incident the other night. So what actually happened was my Wi-Fi died momentarily, but it completely cut the stream off. And then by the time I would have been able to jump back onto a stream, would have been about half an hour, and I really didn't see the point. So yeah, mainly down to my Wi-Fi, but also I've had some connectivity issues where my desk was set up. So I have since moved it. So hopefully things should be a bit quicker tonight. Hopefully anyway. So who we got in chat? We have got Luke, DJ Techno. Oh, it's done that weird thing, hasn't it, where it's done the handles again. I don't know how to change that. If anyone knows how to change that, let me know. Flying Southerner, how you doing? Luke, Snowball, George, Kelly, Lauren Staub, Sam, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. I'm going to Bewley Park tomorrow. Ooh, nice one. Nice one. So, I've got a little poll going of what should we do first. A bit of Birmingham Cross City or a bit of West Coast Mainline Birmingham to Crewe. So, obviously, I've given the option there for standard and 170 timetable. But it's seeming like West Coast Mainline Birmingham to Crewe is the higher one, which I'm not really overly surprised about, to be honest. And that's kind of why I've done this, because I've done two dedicated West Coast Mainline Birmingham to Crewe streams. So maybe let's bring in a different route. Why not? That Simulated Guy, how you doing? Sam, hello. And yeah, that's Baby B346. Is that meant to be a different channel name? I don't know how to change that. Rex, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. So, what I'm going to quickly do is just promote the stream a little bit, because I've not actually promoted the stream today, which is my bad because I've been busy. So, I'm just going to do a ping in the thingy. Hey, everyone. I'm live. Well, hey, put that in there. Let's do that. Cool. I might as well shove it in some other places if I can. Get the stream shared a little bit. Why not? Let's bob it in there. Cool. Let's go to there. Pop that in there. Happy days. Cool. Right, let's get straight back to the thingy at hand. And then yeah, so cool. Do you know when consoles will get updated for Birmingham Crewe? I think there's a whole list of updates coming out, isn't there? There's some updates next week. There's some updates the first week of November as well. I think there was talks of an update on Tuesday. Is that right? The handles is a YouTube issue. Gotcha. I'm gonna let you in on something. I just came up with an idea. Okay, that's good. Let me know this idea. Anyway, whilst we do that, get your votes in the poll. 25 votes, and then we'll jump into something, and I'll let you decide what we're driving today. What I'll also do is, whilst you're deciding, I'll turn the audio off again. I know you can't hear it. I've turned it off intentionally. So now, hopefully, the game audio should be back, and then it's looking like we are going to be doing. Oh, also, for a little hint at some future content, I downloaded a mod. That's going to be soon. Keep your eyes peeled. Anyway, we're either going to do that one, or are we going to do that one? How do you filters? Can you do it to A? No, you can't do it that way. There used to be a way that you could sort it from like A to B, but I don't think you can do that anymore. Can you still do that? No, that might end the stream, so I won't do that. I am new to you. Could I have a shout out? Hold on, I can try. How you doing, Tech Geek Ollie? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. Hope you enjoy tonight's chaos. West Coast Mail on Birmingham Crewe is what we're going to be doing first. So, yeah, pretty much. Choose a train now. Go on, let's do it. Choose a train now. Oh, hey. Oh, all my layers aren't there. That's weird. Glossop line, isn't it? Because I haven't got it installed. Am I missing something else? No, that's fine. That's okay. Ah! Some other layers have come through though. Because before, that was saying out of 19 layers, but now saying 21. Ah! Okay. So I think there might have been an update to it, possibly. That I've missed. Anyway, choose a train now. Click on sort by. Yeah, but if I do... Wait, what? Sort by. How do I do that? How do I do that? Obviously, if I press the controller, it will. But I don't know how to press that button because it's a PlayStation controller. Got 220, got 390. Ah, 323. Oh, okay, right. I'll tell you what. Actually, we'll make this a bit more fair. Choose. I'm gonna say choose a train now because it's not very fair doing a 323. Choose a train now. So, are we doing 323? We're doing. Oh no, ignore me. Are we doing? Are we gonna do? I'm gonna give you an option of a 150 slash. In fact, no. Do you know what? Something diesely. So 150-170. Do we do a 350 run? Do you want to see some Voyager action, or do you want to see a Pendolino? That's what I'm going to do. Quick poll. Quick maths. The last route played looks interesting. Oh yes, oh yes. Richard was probably exploring the route for collectibles. Oh, was it, Jason? Oh, what's your favourite train? Yours is the Class 390. See, I don't have a particular favourite train. I quite like Voyagers. In game, I definitely like the Voyagers. I don't know. I quite like Turbo Stars. Voyager is the best layer in my opinion. 350 has the most votes. Oh, okay. Well, we've got 10 votes. Let's get to around about 15. Let's have a look. Someone said something. Go to Train Sim World 2. I might get the SD14 silver train for free. I have an idea that if I buy the new Journeys expansion in Train Sim World 6. Were you last playing London Commute? I was. Right, 13 votes. Let's get to 15 votes. And then, I think it's going to be the 350. It's close between the 350 and the 220. Waiting patiently. Do the 650 Birmingham to Manchester one on it. What, on the 350? Well, oh, on the Voyager. Well, that's if it wins. 15 votes. There we go. 350 has won. Happy days. That's fine by me. Right then. Now we've got another question. Which variant? I'm going to just see which variant. 350-1, -2 BTP, normal -2 or -3. First one in my chat is the one we'll do. A little bit of viewer's choice in a sense, this, isn't it? Oh, a lot of -2s. Just standard -2. Ah, see. Now we've got an excellent London Midland. I tell you what, I'm going to take an executive decision here. And we're going to do a full line run. Why not? Let's do a full line run because we like full line runs. I'm going to do it in August as well. The Dash 2 was the first two on my screen. Did you know that the new Eurostar trains could be coming out? That means the first double-decker trains to the UK. Yes, I did see that. That looks quite exciting, to be honest. Hopefully, it's a way for in future to have some double-decker trains on maybe like the West Coast Main Line or the East Coast Main Line or whatever else. But yeah, you make a good point. You make a good point about the bridges, because UK infrastructure just isn't built to deal with stuff. Anyway, what are we going to be calling that? Smethwick, as the train simulator driver calls it. Smethwick, Cosley, Wolverhampton, Penkridge, Stafford, and then Crewe. This is quite a hefty stop at this one. Anyway, for those that haven't seen it, this is Birmingham New Street. All things Birmingham. We might as well start out of Birmingham. I planned to do this live stream, but there was going to be a video that complemented it, but that's going to come out Monday instead. It's about Birmingham New Street. How you doing, Mr. Sprinter? How are you doing? Just asking, do you know if the two routes in Train Sim World that have a scenario where you can guard it? They don't have a scenario, but it's built into the timetable mode. There's guard mode on the Cross City, and there's guard mode on West Coast Main Line, Birmingham to Crewe. Hello from an airport. Oh, which airport? At some point, executive decisions on choices like that are very helpful. Birmingham, man from Birmingham. A terrible song called Birmingham Anthem. Terrible song. Makes me very upset to be from Birmingham. If I weren't already needing a reason to be upset. Anyway, hopefully you can hear the game all right. Let me know if you can hear it. It's not too quiet or anything like that. Does that mean the 373s haven't got long left? Probably not, no. What even is the BTP? What would that be used for? It was just a livery, and it's probably more to create awareness. I don't actually know. I think they just popped it on for a certain reason. No idea why, though. But obviously... Oh, hello. Hold on. Eyes! Oh. I tell you what, love. We're going to be in... no, I won't say that. I was going to say inside you, but that's a bit rude. Anyway, let's get going. There's a 3-2-3 down there. One is Glossop Line and Train Sim World, and as in two different scenarios. That's why I'm asking. No, there's no guarding scenarios on this one, as far as I'm aware. Smethwick Golden Bridge. Gosley. I'm just chilling in my hotel in Essex, getting ready for tomorrow. What are you doing tomorrow?
Liverpool South Parkway and Liverpool Lime Street. Please familiarise yourself with the...
Sorry I'm late. I just want to ask you a question. What do you prefer more, West Coast Main Line South or Birmingham to Crewe? That's where bias comes in, doesn't it? It's got to be Birmingham to Crewe. What a route. I absolutely love this route. It's kind of like my constantly played. Yeah, I very much enjoy it. Bingo, flying out to see my family for the break. Not now, Richie. It's not past watershed times yet. If it was tomorrow, it would almost be. As a brief reminder, everyone, that your clocks go back tonight. Is it back? I think it's back, innit? The best way to remember it is that it falls backwards in fall/autumn, and then it springs forward in spring. I hate this time of year. I hate when the clocks go back. I just don't like when it's dark all the time. You're flying solo. I'm sure that's a song of some kind. Was that Riding Solo? Is that Jason Derulo? You need to do more TS Classic videos. That's what I play on. Old graphics just look satisfying. I do quite like TSC. I do plan to do some more videos on it. The issue is I find that TSC, for me, I enjoy doing all sorts of videos, but if something isn't really that popular, I'm less inclined to spend the time editing it. So with TSC, I've made a few videos, and unfortunately TSC is just not as popular as Train Sim World. And ultimately, I enjoy playing Train Sim World more than I play I enjoy playing Train Sim World more than Train Sim Classic. So because of those sorts of combination of factors, I'm less likely to do content on it. But there is plans. I have ideas for content on Train Simulator Classic. There was one idea for post Train Simulator 6 that I just never got around to. So I do need to actually do that. An extra hour in bed. 5 PM darkness. I hate it. There's nothing worse, right, when you wake up in the morning for work at like 6, 7 o'clock in the morning, and then it's pitch black. You work all day inside wherever you work. You don't see the sunlight at all, and then you come out of work and it's dark again. It's just horrible. I hate it. I hate it so much. I like in the summer, it's like 4 o'clock in the morning. You open your eyes and it's like, oh, what time is it? Oh, it's 4 o'clock in the morning. Oh, I've still got a few more hours in bed. Happy days. Turn the cab lights on. No, it's okay. We don't need the cab lights on. It's a waste of electricity, that. You're going to us? Oh, yes, you're going to Bewley Park. Right, got you. Next Birmingham route, we can explore New Street more. I think it's quite explorable, to be honest. I don't know how else you could make it more explorable unless you brought in Grand Central, but I don't really see the point in that. There's not really much point in for me, there's not much point in developing like the gubbins of a station if you're not going to walk through it half the time. Makes no sense. Do you think we'll get Train Sim World 1, 3, 4 and 5 music in Train Sim World 6? No. Check Discord DMs. I will shortly. Venturing out at the pitch black 7 AM wrapped up in a cosy hoodie with the freshest air you can get that day. No, I don't like it. I love the warm. I love the light. There's just no better. I don't like it when it gets too hot in the summer. I much prefer spring. Spring's my favourite time of year. I love spring. Everything's starting to get a bit more hopeful. It's starting to get warmer. The days get longer. It's just the best time of year. Have you seen that BR ad in the hold on. Have you seen that BR ad in the LNWR 230? I think I have done, yeah. I think I saw something like that. When's 1.4 out? It's a bit random, but have you seen Sora videos? Are those the ones? Are they the AI ones of, like, for example, the Queen having jerk chicken and stuff like that? They're not. They're great. They're absolutely hilarious, but they're not great because sometimes they're a bit too convincing. But yes, I have seen them. Spring is nice, especially when you see the blossoms on the trees. Oh yes. I love exploring Morecambe over Shap. It'd be brilliant to go up into the Bull and the big concourse. I get it, but I just feel like the situation is the more explorable an area gets, the more performance demanding it is. And I feel like the more you build into Birmingham, people will then complain that, oh, the streets are quiet or whatever else. And they'd be complaints, so I can see why they have to draw a line somewhere. The whole concept of it makes you feel a bit sick. No, I agree with that to an extent. It's scary how quickly AI is advanced. I mean, have you seen the Will Smith videos? Like, yeah, it's a little bit daunting because, you know, we've gone from 2022 to 2025 that quickly, you know, with AI. You know, give it 5 years and it'll be hard to not tell what's real and what's real, you know, what's real and what's fake. My concern is, you know, people's security could be, you know, put at risk because, like, for example, there's loads of videos I've seen of the Queen and, like, loads of different, like, public figures, and it's crazy how you can essentially, like, deepfake them into these videos and stuff. It's you know, although the content that they're doing is obviously quite slapstick and quite funny, it is a little bit it's a bit scary. Boarding's been called. Right, have a safe flight. Hopefully it's not too turbulent, and yeah, enjoy your time. The most stupid thing I've seen about this route is someone saying all aboard is lazy for not making Moore Street. Why? Why would you make Moore Street? Like, the route would literally go nowhere. I hate comments like that. I think it's absolutely ridiculous. It's like, come on, let's do your research. They could have literally built the whole West Coast main line. They would have gone, but where's the East Coast main line? Like, you can't win. Literally, no matter what you get, someone will want more. people want more, and whatever, you know. If someone's justification is that it didn't go to Moore Street and they've not got the route, then so be it. You know, I'd say, do you know what I'd actually say? I don't want people playing the route and enjoying it if they're going to say, oh, I want Moore Street. If you really want Moore Street that badly, build it yourself. That's what I say. Anyway, how you doing, Sonic Hero? Welcome to the stream. I remember Morecambe in this game, you can go away from the station for miles. The difference is with Morecambe, though, is it's a quieter station. And it's also a seafront, so it's kind of a bit more... Oh, no. Oh, dear. Random faults. I don't think faults are on this. Anyway, let's get going. Let's get going. To Cosley.
Welcome aboard this London North Western
Door stuck. Yeah, I
Railway
didn't know. I
service.
didn't think the faults were on this. Let me just sort out the settings. Okay, that's weird. Oh no, cancel. I don't. No. No. How do I fault? How do I turn them off now? Under general. Got you, thank you. I want to turn off. I want to disable them. Disabled. That's fine. Cool, that's fine.
We'll be calling at Cosley, Wolverhampton, Cambridge.
People are always out here for the cash grab comments. Oh, trust me, I know exactly what you mean.
Liverpool South Parkway and Liverpool Lime Street.
You could package the whole UK and every local in the world for $29.99. It'll still be a cash grab.
Familiarise yourself
For Doncaster Peterborough, they should have gone like to York or something. It's the most boring bit of the East Coast main line. I mean, I get why they. Do you know what? I don't know. I think the difference was they wanted. The difference with the East Coast main line Peterborough Doncaster is they wanted a high speed, a dedicated high speed UK experience, and I suppose that's what gave it them. You know, that's the best sort of bit. I agree. Going to York would have been quite nice. Drinking coffee. Train faults are alright. I think I must have enabled them by accident. In fact, I have just spotted as well that my track monitor is on as well. Ah, do you know why? Do you know? All right, I've just remembered something. So the other day, I had a little look at where is it now? Where's the one where you can change it to be? Is it HUD and gameplay? Stop marker. I think there's that one. Is it that one? Or is it objective marker? Which is the one where you've got the hatching stuff? Anyway, I went into the training module for this to try and find. Basically, in the training module, it says this is an AI train. Pay attention to what you're doing, or something like that. So I went to go check out that, and then when it does that, it resets all your settings, doesn't it? So obviously, when you jump into a route, you've got like all your markers on and stuff. Voyager, hello. Now you're waiting for Milton Keynes to Birmingham New Street. It'd be great to see that. It really would. I think personally, for me, another Birmingham, like another route out of Birmingham, absolutely yes, please. Would love to see it. I think if we could see any route now out of Birmingham New Street, though, I would like to see the Chase line. I think that'd be absolutely sick. I really would. The Chase line, it's a small little commuter line. You know, we've already got the 350. We've already got all the stock in the game. It's kind of a bit of a filler route, really. It's a bit like Glossop line in a sense. It's kind of just like a small little thing, but I think it'd be quite cool. Next East Coast main line route should be Newcastle to Edinburgh, or I don't know if that's too long. I think it would be. I think that's quite a long route. I'd say more, maybe more like Newcastle, York. If they happen 3 times on a run, it's slightly annoying. Yeah, that's why I've turned them off. Hope you're finishing early for quali. Yeah, I mean, that's the plan. I think quali starts at 10 o'clock, so we've got plenty of time. Or would you like a watch along? Because I could do that. I could pull up the qualifying on my phone. I could watch it whilst we're also playing the game, which means I can stream till around about 11 o'clock, and also see what's going on with qualifying. They should add the Huddersfield to Manchester line, as I live near the Saddleworth and Greenfield stations. I mean, that's already there. Manchester Huddersfield, because it's Northern Transpennine. I know it's set in the 80s, but it's there. Like the likes of Greenfield is there. You know, Slowett and all those sorts of places. I quite like that route because I used to live on the Transpennine route a little while ago. I used to live near Dewsbury, so yeah, it's a good little line. Edinburgh to Newcastle's a bit too big. Yeah, watch along. Yeah, I might do a watch along. We'll see how many people are here. If there's like 10 people, then I'm going to go watch it. But if there's like 30 odd people here, we'll do a little live watch along. Why not? Birmingham to Derby would be cool. You'd like to see the Snow Hill lines? Yeah, I would like to see the Snow Hill lines, but I'm more referring to a route out of Birmingham New Street itself. If you were going to have the Snow Hill lines, you'd be going out on Moore Street, and then Moore Street would make more sense. Newcastle to York would be great, especially since there is a few stations you can stop at more frequently than Peterborough to Doncaster. A modern Northern Transpennine version would be cool, and we'd have the 802 TPE. It'd be good, don't get me wrong, but the issue is, at the minute, the Northern Transpennine route in real life is seeing a massive overhaul. So the idea of doing that line, it'd be difficult when to set it, because you could either set it in 2019 when it's got its best timetable, but before all the works have gone on, or you could set it, you know, future-proof it for like 2035 when it's all due to be built. Where it's all electrified, so it's kind of in a really awkward position now. Where if you was to overhaul it, what stage do you overhaul it? Because if you was to do it like modern day, like 2025, it'd be half being done up, and it kind of makes no sense. So it's a route that's seen a lot of changes. So I just don't see it ever being upgraded. You'd want to see RichyRail, and you'd also like to see the Clyde line. Clyde line, is that the one that's in Scotland? Is that the one that's also run with the 170s? I'm concerned about that. I've turned them off. Bear with me. I'm going to quickly just try something out, because that shouldn't be happening. So I'm just going to pull that screen up. I have an awful feeling something's not going right, so I'm going to restart my game because that's a bit weird. Hopefully that's all good. Anyway, let's restart that up and see how good that goes. What are your PC specs? Oh, goodness gracious me, that's a good question. PC specs. Oh God, I always forget what this is. Let me quickly research. So, I think it's a 40 something. It's definitely got a 40 in there somewhere. Let's have a look. So, 16GB RAM. It's not the highest of spec thingies. Don't get me wrong. It's got a NVIDIA GeForce 4060, 16GB RAM, an i5 13400 processor, 13th gen. I don't know whether that's good or not. It's not. It's it does the job. It's not overly beefy, but it certainly does the job. Isn't going to be finished for a while. Can't wait for the Great Western Express and the HST Farewell pack. Yeah, I'm very much looking forward to them. Obviously, we've had them on the roadmap for a very long time now, so I am really looking forward to seeing that when that comes out. You'd like to see Manchester Metro Link? That would be an interesting one because it's a tram line, so I don't know how that'd work. Wasn't there a train sim route which they had predicted the finished OHLA, or am I thinking of Great Western Express? I think you're thinking of Great Western Express, but there is, in some cases, they have future-proofed it, where oh, what's happened there then? Weird. It could be interesting because of all the street running. You just need to play Tram Sim. Oh, there you go. There's the specs. It's not bad. Just don't invest in RTX 5090. It's not worth it. Sheffield to Leeds and Huddersfield would be a good route. Yeah, is that the Penistone line? You don't want to mispronounce that one. Technically speaking, it's light rail, so they can't use the excuse of it being a tram. But yeah, Southwestern. I think you're thinking of in cases where, like for example, with Birmingham Cross City, they future-proofed the university station, and then they also did it on Antelope Valley. Was it? I forget the name of the station now though. Do. Just bear with me. It's just sorting something out. You'd love to see Exeter St David's to Paddington. That'd be a really long route though. The situation is, you can have these longer routes, but then it comes down to performance, and also DLC size. I mean, people want these detailed routes, these really, really detailed routes. But the situation is, you'll have, like for example, Birmingham Crewe's 13GB or something like that, and that's acceptable detail, I think, for most people. So, then trying to extend that to an 100-mile route, or maybe 150 or 200-mile route, and then you're getting into the 40, 50 gigabyte, terabyte per route, and then people are going to start complaining that the route sizes are too big. So there needs to be a decent balance. Just got the ATS Northampton loop for the West Coast Main Line today, just trying to get some of the bridge and station assets to actually work on the install. Now, for some reason, I'm having some issues with loading the game. It's just loaded, but it's not working. Bear with me a second. I'm still here. I'm still sorting it. Clyde Line, the teams on it. The trains would be the 334, the 318, the 320, and that'd be and it'd be great to come to the game. I would definitely like to see some more Scottish routes for sure. Would really like to see some more Scottish routes. I think that one, I'd like to see the Ayrshire coastline. I think that'd be brilliant. I really would. You're asking Flying Southerner what a Steam Deck is. I tell you now, Tech Geek. Flying Southerner, on it with tech. Sheffield to Derby and Nottingham via Langley Mill would also be a good route. I would like to the Hope Valley. I think that'd be a brilliant route. Manchester to Leeds via Rochdale. I think if we was to ever see Leeds in the game, obviously we've got it in Northern Transpennine, but if we was to ever see Leeds in the game, I'd like maybe Leeds to Doncaster or something like that. I think that'd be a really good route. Did you enjoy my soundboard? Oh, I loved it. I loved the soundboard. Can't go wrong with it. Your comedic timing is a bit off though. You need to learn on that. We've also just had a couple of new subscribers, so welcome aboard to the new people that have just subscribed. We are very quickly getting towards 6,000 subscribers, which is pretty exciting. Also, someone told me to check my Discord, so just a second. Might as well whilst I'm just sorting out the thingy. Evening, Thomas. Welcome to the stream. We'll get back into the game very shortly. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. We're getting somewhere. Right. Oh, Sanchez farted. Maybe the Metropolitan line. Yeah, that would be good. Metropolitan line. I would like to see some more London Underground lines for sure. When I have another tab open, it's not so easy. Are you doing train fanboy? How about we got Glasgow suburban lines? Oh, like the one that's in Train Sim Classic. Yeah, I'd like to see that. Have I missed anything? No, not much. Not much. Don't worry. The Lou Valley line. That's in Trains, isn't it? Trains 22. Right. Let me pull that back. Happy days. Cool. Right, let me just go back to where we were. What time were we at Cosley? Because I'll jump back into Cosley and hopefully the random fault should stop now. Let me have a look. 6:51, that's fine. Let me jump back into Cosley. That's 6:51. Was it that one? Yeah, 6:51. Do that. Happy days. It might not be the same 350 though, but it's fine. It's okay. It's all right. Jubilee line. You'd like to do the Jubilee line? That'd be cool. Exeter to Bristol. Yeah, that'd be all right. Ah, that's cool. I like that it spawned you in like random places, like at the actual front of the station. I quite like that. Ah, we've timed that horrendously, haven't we? Oh, is it stopping? It might be stopping, you know.
The next train to arrive at platform 1 will be the 06.
Yeah.
London Northwest.
Like nothing ever happened. We're back in the train.
London Euston. Morning at Birmingham.
Cool.
The next stop will be Wolverhampton. Whilst at the station, if you see something that doesn't look right, Rugby, Longback,
Shut my door. Hopefully my doors should stop messing around now. Let's face it, it's going to be a class 350. I've just done a video on the exact route in trains. It's pretty good. Yeah, I'm just getting my head around trains actually. I am due to make some content on it very soon. They've done it in Train Simulator Classic, so there's no reason to do it in Train Sim World. The situation is, though, it all very much depends because, like, although they built a route in Train Sim Classic, doesn't mean that it's as easy to build in Train Sim World. Train Sim World's completely different to Train Sim Classic on like the way it's built. It's not like a simple port. Northern or the Piccadilly line for the tube. Deep level. They've both got plenty of branches and routes. Yeah, that could be. You know what? I like your idea of they could obviously collaborate and show off the 24 stock. I like that. Liverpool Lime Street.
Wolverhampton, Cambridge, Stafford, Crewe, Winsford, Hertford, Acton Bridge, Runcorn, Liverpool South Lime Street. Please familiarise yourself with the safety notices displayed throughout the train.
Got 30 of you wonderful people watching. So it leads me to say, what route would you prefer? This one or Birmingham Cross City? In fact, no, do you know what? I'm actually going to ask a question because this will help inform something for me. So, I'm going to ask, what route is better? Is it West Coast Main Line South or West Coast Main Line Brum Birmingham Crewe? Which one is the better route? Because they're both kind of similar in a sense. They're both like the similar sort of length. You've got the busier sort of southern end, like Birmingham's got like the commuter areas, and so has London. And obviously then you've got like a longer stretch up towards Milton Keynes or Crewe. So which one's the better route? How you doing, Taserface? Hope you're doing well. You still waiting for Christmas to get the new Xbox? Well, you've got 2 months to wait. 2 months till Christmas. Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle... Oh, I've been told off. Instantly told off. No, you need to sing spooky, scary skeletons. I can't say that. Spooky, scary skeletons send shivers down my spine. Did someone say southern? No. No. Don't make me choose if I have to lean to my local route, Richie. I'm too biased. That's fine. I mean, I choose this one because I'm biased as well. There is only 2 more months till Christmas. Do you think they'll fix the cross-city route to include these new layers? The base timetable, no. They won't change the base timetable because it's technically not possible. The situation with routes is that when they're built, unless they're pre-coded into it, there is no way to bring in a newer piece of stock into an older route. The reason being is because you need to essentially code it into a route, and the actual train needs to exist in some form to be able to code it into the route. So if it doesn't exist, then there's no way to build it into the timetable. So for example, you know, they could have spent all this time trying to code in a Voyager and a Pendolino into the base timetable, but they would have had no idea if and when these trains would have come to the game. So that's just how it... But obviously, in some cases, and I think they've learnt from this, in some cases you can do, like, if you see with Cardiff City Commuter, for example, there's like 2, 3, 1s and stuff in the timetable list, in the layer list, and obviously they don't exist, and there's no plans for that, and I don't think they're ever going to, you know... Well, there's certainly no plans for that to come to the game anyway. But they've started doing a thing now where they can substitute it with another piece of rolling stock, so that if it comes to the route, they can bring it in, hopefully. So yeah, I think there's more mitigating there's more mitigating ways of it now. But when they built Birmingham Cross City, there wasn't a technical way to do it. I don't fully know how it works because I don't really know much about route development. However, with all that being said, you can have all the new layers with the Class 170 pack, which I know, you have to pay for the 170 pack and whatever, but it's only like 12 quid. It's not that bad. So I think that's a pretty decent sort of way of looking at it. Too early for Christmas songs. I agree. It is far too early for Christmas songs. I was just joking with you. Gonna have to dash off now. Catch you later, Sonic Hero. Thank you very much for coming into the stream. Hope you have a good time. Now, this is where in Wolverhampton they've introduced a new thing called flying trams. So if anyone's ever seen Back to the Future, do you know when you see the cars driving around and then there's like a ramp leading up so they can start flying in the air? Yeah, Wolverhampton's actually brought that in. So the trams now go up there and then they fly along there. They're hover trams after this point. This is just a stop for them. Also, a fun little fact. Did you know? I don't know whether it still works, but apparently there's a thing you can do Oh, that needs to go. So I'll sort that in a minute. There is apparently a thing you can do, and I'm going to try it actually. So, what do we bring in? Yep, you can spawn in a steam train on a tram track. There you go. There's a fun little fact for you. You didn't hear that from me. Anyway, right, let's get back in the train. A ramp for the trams to get launched over. That's the one. That's the one. Morning, Gav. Hope you're doing well. Welcome to the stream. Morning. Is it morning for you?
If you see something that doesn't look right, speak to staff.
Just have to remember it's day Sunday. Christmas is good to go. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
16. We'll sort it. See it? Say it. Sort it.
Now, for me, the way I see it is that it's Halloween first, and then for me, Christmas doesn't start until at least December. Like, Christmas celebrations don't start until December. High-speed tram, a HST on it. Oh, we might have to do that. Nearly 5 a.m. for you. My goodness gracious me. I assume you're in the other side. I was going to say upside down. The other part of the world. Australia or New Zealand. Did you know you can still spawn in the first Great Western Class 166? Really? I thought they got rid of that. Don't forget the clocks go back tonight. Yes. So if you stay awake till 2 o'clock, it's fine. You're only awake till 1 o'clock. Don't ask me how it works. It just does. So this bit's cool. This is where you can proper drop the hammer and start going. Australia. Start of November. Nah, too early. For me, it's bonfire night is sort of like far too early to be thinking about Christmas. The worst thing was I worked in retail for about a year, and I worked in retail from about August. Well, I worked from August to August essentially, and when I started in August, there was Christmas stuff, like as in there was Christmas stuff ready to go out, and then it started going out in September. It's ridiculous. And then the following year, when I was about to leave, they were ordering their Christmas order stock in like May, June time. I was like, that's so ridiculous. You hate getting an hour in bed? Why not? I just don't like the early nights. You can spawn in a single class 166 first Great Western carriage in free roam. You're saying I don't know about this yet? I have one of my most popular shorts being a showcase of that. Christmas stuff in it. Yeah. Oh yeah. All it was like pallets upon. There was. I kid you not. When I started, I think this was like August 2020 or something like that. I kid you not. There was about 10 pallets in the warehouse. There was 2 of Quality Street. There was 2 of Celebrations. There was 2 of Heroes. What are the other ones? There was 2 of Roses and there was 2 of something else. Just the massive pallets ready to go out. Ridiculous. And that was just starter stock. Some of the stores near me had it go out at the end of July. That's ridiculous. It's far too early. How you doing, HS1? Welcome to the stream. We are currently driving a Class 315 northbound towards Crewe on the Birmingham Crewe route. But I'm thinking of next going on to Birmingham Cross City, if that's okay with everyone. Up to 110. 10 already. Yeah. Oh yeah. That's why I left retail. Retail's probably the worst line of work to work in, to be honest. Would never do it again. End of July Christmas stock is way too early. Oh, I wholeheartedly agree. I do wholeheartedly agree. I'm just going to sit back and enjoy the ride. Why not? You start playing Christmas songs in mid-November. That's borderline psychopathic behaviour, that. When the Crewe to Preston route comes out, are you going to stream the full route Birmingham to Carlisle? Hold that thought, Taserface. Hold that thought. I will, in some format. And there's some people in the chat who know what I mean. I do actually need to speak to you about that, the person who knows. There's a bit of a change of plan, I think. Can you pick me up an English route and a train? Can you pick me an English route and train to drive in trains in the world? What English routes do you own? Mid-November for Christmas songs is what I do. Birmingham to Crewe, then Crewe to Preston, and Crewe, then Preston to Carlisle. Hold that thought. Hold that thought. Nice and relaxing, this. I'll tell you what we do need to do. In fact, no, do you know what? I'm not touching him because that broke my stream last time. So no, safety systems aren't happening. Absolutely not. Although I feel like I ought to. Nah, we'll sort it at Penkridge. Do you know, there's not even much point at this point. Hi all, apart from Isle of Wight. What if we combine Blackpool branches, West Coast Mainline Overshap and Preston to Crewe all into one route? What do you mean if they made it all one route? Well, that defeats the purpose of making it separate routes. I mean, fundamentally, they could do that, but it'd be a massive route, and some people might not want the Blackpool branches section. I don't know why you wouldn't, but you know, people might not want the certain segments. Birmingham to Carlisle would be cool as a full video. Now you're intrigued. Well, you'll have to wait until the time is right. Oh, eyes from Flying Southerner. The Flying Voyager.
We are now approaching
Penkridge.
Please mind the gap when leaving the train. And
We are now arriving into Penkridge.
while removing heavy luggage and pushchairs. Whilst at the station, if you see something that doesn't look right, speak to our team or text the British Transport Police on 61016.
We'll sort it. See it, say it, sorted. Sorted. It would be on PC if they did that. Consoles would explode. Oh yeah. How you doing, Ethan? You're at London at Gatwick Airport, going to mainland China. Oh, whereabouts in China are you going to? Unfortunately, Birmingham to Crewe's buggy. How so? I mean, there's a few bugs, but they're more core bugs than actual route related bugs, which I don't think it's overly an issue. I think there's a few things in the core that need sorting out, but because it's a new core release, there's obviously a few things that just need ironing out. There's obviously a few teething issues and whatever else, but the route itself I don't think is overly buggy. If I'm honest, I think it's absolutely fine. There's a few holes in the ground, but you know, that's fine. That happens. Penkridge.
The train at platform 2 is the 07.
I reckon Birmingham to Crewe will be released next month as Just Trains. Do you mean Crewe to Preston? As Just Trains' previous routes were released last November, it'd be so cool to drive the Crewe to Carlisle section, roughly around 130-mile journey. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it as well. It's going to really open up the whole West Coast Main Line in not the whole West Coast Main Line, but start to open up the West Coast Main Line in Train Sim World. We just need the missing links now. And obviously, you know, someone needs to take on the challenge of doing Carlisle to Glasgow, which is a very beefy route. But yeah, I think the West Coast Main Line, considering that before Train Sim World 5, we didn't have a single section of the West Coast Main Line, and now we have 4. We will soon have 4. It's quite exciting. Doing the 905 British Transport Police, Birmingham to Wolverhampton. You've just finishing the full timetable for Cathcart Circle, including the 380 timetable. That's pretty impressive. I've never ever completed a timetable, like the full timetable. I've never been able to do it. There's a lot of time on your hands to do that.
If you see something that doesn't look right,
Speak to staff or text someone, please.
on 610
Cathcart Circle is a good route. It is a really good route. It's a shame I don't own it on the PC, otherwise I'd play it on a stream or two. I'll need to pick it up in a sale. Just hit 26 likes, so thank you very much for the wonderful likes. Spirit Steam had Crewe to Acton Bridge section. It does. So theoretically, we can go as far as Acton Bridge on the West Coast Main Line. You have decided to return. Don't sound too disappointed about it. They were all in less than 45 minutes, so doing some here and there completes it pretty quickly. Then again, that route has been out for 4 years. Just had a new member in the Discord, Tech Geek Ollie. Welcome to the Discord server. We are fast approaching 500 members, which is quite exciting. Let me have a little look. How many are we at? We're 10 members away from 500 members in the Discord server. That's pretty exciting. What if they did Carlisle to Glasgow and the developers like partner up? What do you mean, like all aboard and also Just Trains make that section? That'd be quite cool. You've almost finished the Cathcart Circle as well. Fair play. Fair play. That's commitment. That really is. I need to slow down to 60. That would be really cool, Rex. It really would be. Now that we've got more West Coast Mainline in the game, though, we need more East Coast Mainline to satisfy the Easterners. Went on Creators Club the other day, and they only have an ex-West Midlands Railway livery for the class 323. Do you mean the ex-London Midland one? You just got into Train Sim World 5 this year, and thanks to you and Train Simulator Driver, Cathcart Circle was the first route I bought back in March. Ah, nice! So you've completed the timetable since March. Do you know what? I'll keep my mouth shut, because that's good. That's some good work. Fair play to you. Fair play. You almost finished Great Western Railway. Only 10 services left. I just don't have the time. I just don't have the time at all to do that. I wish I did, but I don't.
We are now approaching Stafford gap when leaving.
Could you see Tamworth in a route at some point? Personally, you would love to see Birmingham to Nottingham as a route. What route would that fall onto, Tamworth? I'm not actually too sure.
If you see something that doesn't
If Tamworth was ever in a route,
or text the British
I would like to see some jacket potato collectibles. If you know, you know. The next East Coast Main Line route should be York to Darlington or to Newcastle. I think York to Newcastle would be a really good route, I think. XWMR. Stop there. Happy days. That's it, Southwestern. That's it.
This is Stafford.
Spot on.
Welcome aboard this London North Western Railway
I'm
service
curious.
to
I'm not too sure where Tamworth actually falls onto.
The next stop will be Crewe. Whilst at the station, if you see something that doesn't look right, speak to our team.
Is that on the Trent Valley? I think it is, isn't it, Tamworth?
Police on 61016.
It's on the Trent Valley and it's also on the cross-country line up towards Derby. That'd be cool. Be a perfect segment. I think the most realistic route with Tamworth would be the Trent Valley. I don't know, you know, Birmingham to Derby could be quite cool. I'd like that. But what new stock would we have with that? Theoretically, what new stock would you have with Trent Valley as well? Because obviously we've got everything for that now, haven't we? Got Pendolino's, got 350s. My next goal is to finish the Peninsula Corridor timetable, but the services are pretty long. I think Blackpool branches might be the next choice. Oh, there's a Pendolino. I think, funnily enough, I think that's just come off the Trent Valley. Because I think the ones that come through here are fast services. Birmingham to Derby 221. Yeah, but it defeats the point doing a Voyager as a deluxe loco, in my opinion. Anyway, full beans to Crewe. Let's go. What about Birmingham to Sheffield? A bit too long, I think. It'd be cool to see Sheffield in the game. It really would be, because I've been to Sheffield a fair few times. What about a Birmingham to Wales line? Yeah, I agree. I would personally, with this route, it'd be cool if you could go further west of Wolverhampton up towards Shrewsbury. I'd love to be able to do that. How you doing, Leo? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. My foot's gone numb. Right, now it's full beans all the way to Crewe. This is where you probably put your safety systems on, but now we're just going to sit back and relax. You live in Sheffield. I feel sorry for you. I've only changed at Sheffield. You'd love Milton Keynes to New Street. I grew up taking the train from Coventry to Birmingham. Yeah, I think it'd be a good section. I think, honestly, it'd be a really good section, actually, Birmingham to Milton Keynes. Because you'd have all the sort of commuter style sort of stuff. It'd kind of be a bit like an inverted Birmingham Crewe. What would have been also quite cool is if they could have done like a Birmingham Cross City but Wolverhampton to Coventry. That would have been quite cool. But no, I definitely think the Chase line would be a good shout. Personally, you'd like Nottingham to New Street because it has the Kingsbury Junction, which is where the Cargo Line Volume 1 service terminates. You think Liverpool would be good to come to the game? I mean, it technically is, isn't it, Liverpool, in Spirit of Steam? Do you prefer Cross City or Preston to Carlisle? Cross City, 100%. I like Preston Carlisle. It's a good route. It's a pretty route. But for me, Cross City, 100%. West Coast Main Line, Milton Keynes to Birmingham New Street via Northampton or the other way around would be quite good. Personal reasons, it would be nice to see the Birmingham Hereford route in the game, or alternatively, it would be good to see some other Birmingham stations. Yeah, I agree with you, to be honest. I think, you know, you've got many options in and around Birmingham, and I've always advocated for Birmingham routes to be in the game. You know, before I was a content creator, I did once actually I think I put a suggestion thread or commented in a suggestion thread for Birmingham Cross City before it came out. This was around about like 2020 or 2019 or whenever it was. So I always wanted Birmingham Cross City because it's self-contained. You know, Birmingham to Shrewsbury, really good route. You know, commuters. You got your well, as you can see between Birmingham and Wolverhampton, you've got your express, you've got your semi-express, and you've got your commuter services. I think also, you know, Birmingham New Street to Milton Keynes, link up the whole West Coast Main Line. Why not? You've also got the Chase line, which is it's kind of like quite a linear route. Don't get me wrong, but you've got services that go up towards Walsall. You got the ones that go up towards Rugeley. Like, there's different sorts of types of services there, and that's with just New Street. You know, you've still got like the likes of like the Snow Hill lines, for example. Which I think would be really cool to see because I lived in Worcester for a couple of years, so it'd be cool to see Worcester in the game. Also, with Worcester, you'd be able to see Great Western Railway stock, which would be really cool. You know, there's obviously routes like people have said Birmingham to Derby could be quite cool. There's also Birmingham to like Leicester, or I'm pretty sure I once saw there was like there's like Birmingham to Peterborough, isn't there? Which with cross country 170s, and you could link up Birmingham or the Birmingham routes to Midland Main Line, and also then connect it up towards the East Coast Main Line. I think that would be really cool as well. It could be kind of a bit like the east-west connection sort of thing. There's loads of different routes in and around Birmingham, and I feel like a lot of them offer a lot of gameplay as well. With all the different sections of the West Coast Main Line in Train Sim World, it had me predicting that a third-party developer may develop Milton Keynes to Birmingham. Possibly, who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? You know, I think it's kind of like an obvious section now that kind of like everyone who's interested in the West Coast Main Line would pick up. The Snow Hill line is not a bad idea. No, it's not a bad idea. I think it'd be a pretty decent one if we ever saw it. You know, there's loads of different options. There's all sorts of different ways you can go in and around Birmingham. If we've got Milton Keynes to Stafford and Carlisle to Glasgow, you'd be able to do a full West Coast Main Line live stream. Yeah, if we ever got that, the future would be very bright. You have to go and get a few things before the end of tonight, so great stream. Thank you very much for coming in, Rex, and have a good rest of your evening. Hope you have fun. I know Dovetail won't do this, but the Peninsula Corridor is now all electrified and they have some pretty slick looking EMUs. Yeah, I don't think it'd happen. The situation is, though, obviously they lost the Caltrain licence, so I don't think you'll ever see any updates to Peninsula Corridor. I'm surprised it's coming to Train Sim World 6, albeit unbranded. I think that's a really good move. And also, it means that in future, things look bright for the future of Train Sim World. If that's the case, if we lose the license, at least the route won't completely disappear. What about Birmingham New Street to Manchester Piccadilly via Stoke? It'd be cool to see that, but I don't really see the appeal for that as much. It's one of them ones, isn't it, where like I think it's a bit pointless in a sense, because like obviously there's only a few select, so I kind of get it, but no, I don't think that would happen, because you'd have to do Manchester Piccadilly to like Stafford to connect it all up, and that just seems a bit weird to me. More East Coast Main Line and a 91 would be very welcome. Looking more likely with ATS's Class 90. You'd love to see Snow Hill to Banbury, as it's my local line. Is that their Chiltern Main Line? I forgot about that one, Chiltern Main Line. That could be a good shout as well. I don't know how easy that is from a licensing point of view, but that could be quite cool. There's all sorts of different options, but again, same with Leeds as well. There's loads and loads of different lines out of Leeds. You've got like the Harrogate line, you've got the East Coast Main Line that goes towards Doncaster, you've got services that go down to Sheffield. You've got what are the other ones? There's the ones that go north out of Leeds. There's obviously you've got Northern Transpennine, you've got Leeds to York, you've got the Harrogate Loop, so you've got the Harrogate line and you've got the Harrogate Loop. You know, two vastly different routes. You got the ones that go. You got like Leeds to Bradford. You got 2 different ways to go to Bradford. There's loads of different lines out of Leeds, which I think are quite nice. And also it'd be more northern stock, so that'd be a good shout as well. So I personally feel like the likes of like Birmingham and Leeds have definitely got some really, really good lines. All we really need now is to complete the Manchester commuter line down to Crewe, and for someone to build either the link between Birmingham and Milton Keynes or the Trent Valley, and then it will all be interconnected. You'd be able to go from London to Manchester. How cool would that be? Or it beating that, be able to you could basically extend Peak Forest down to Derby, and then up to Manchester, and then you'd have a link that way. It'd be good at some point to have like a seamless route where you could go from one point to another in Train Sim World. I really, really think that's where the game's getting to, and that's quite exciting. Because theoretically, you know, let's say that if ATS were to ever extend the route from Alderley Edge down to Crewe, you know, you'd be able to then theoretically be able to do London to Leeds. Obviously, if we had the Milton Keynes to Birmingham section, because you could do London to Birmingham, Birmingham to Crewe, Crewe to Manchester, then Manchester to Leeds on Northern Transpennine. So you'd be able to do a massive, massive route. How exciting is that? I don't know whether it's true or not, but I'm 80% convinced that ATS are currently making a Crewe extension for Mac. Who knows? It'd be cool. I mean, I don't know though. Would extending the route make the Class 90 more playable? I don't know much about the Class 90. I only know it runs on, is it West Coast Main Line South or whatever it is. I don't know. I don't know how it works. Maybe in a couple of years' time, Dovetail may extend the West Coast Main Line South route to Northampton. Why not, considering Dresden to Riesa got an extension to Leipzig? Anything could happen. Anything could happen. I think the difference is with the Leipzig extension is that it's not overly demanded, and it's like a pretty relatively linear route. Perhaps they might do. I don't think it's on their radar though. The thing about seamless routes is that, yes, I think the eventual destination, but optimization, especially on console, is not quite there yet. Well, it wouldn't be seamless. It'd be obviously via route hopping, but still, the idea of being able to go from one part of the country to the other is quite exciting. But it's like a similar thing. There's a similar thing in Germany where you can go from Kassel to Koblenz, realistically now, which is still a fair length run. You're going to have to go. Thanks for an amazing stream. Thank you very much for coming in, Thomas. Much appreciate it. Aren't they meant to be updating Manchester Airport commuter? I think they're going to be bringing in the Voyages to it. Be nice to see some more Midland Mainline stuff. Yeah, I agree. I'd like to see the Class 222s. I've been on a lot of Class 222s recently. I say recently, in the last like 6 months. So I would definitely like to see them in game. I think it'd be brilliant. The Class 390 runs on the Macclesfield line, so if we was to get a line from Manchester to Stafford via Macclesfield and Stoke, that would be the most appropriate. Technically, I think you can replicate some Transport for Wales 90 Hull services. Oh, okay. Like I said, I don't know much about the Class 90 at all. I don't really know much about freight, to be honest. Not a clue about freight. There's so many different lines I think would be really cool to see. But the thing is though, the way that the game's going, and also with the third parties, there's a lot more possible. We just need more northeast, I think. Obviously, we've got northwest, we've got a lot of Midland, we've got a lot of south. We're now getting a bit of the, Devon and stuff. So, it's getting exciting how vast the UK network of routes in Train Sim World is. DB90s did some runs for Transport for Wales services, which you could maybe check some Mark 3As on. Ooh, okay. That's quite cool. I don't know if you can answer this, but they said they are adding train faults to the airport commuter. Is that only for the 220 or the 3232? I don't actually know. If they are bringing train faults, I would imagine it'd be to the base train, so maybe the 323. I'm guessing the train fault should automatically work on the Voyager, I think. I don't know. So I'm not the best person to ask that at all. No idea. I think a route that makes sense is Birmingham to Northampton, Milton Keynes, as it's not long of a route. It's just over an hour in the 350s and the 390s, and would suit the upcoming 805. You could say that about any section, couldn't you, really? So I agree with you. It'd be cool to see if we did have the Birmingham to Milton Keynes section. It'd be cool to have both the bypass line and the line towards Northampton. Yeah, I agree with you. I think it's going to be probably one of the most highly requested now to have that missing link. I mean, didn't ATS make the missing link for TSC, including Northampton? Do you know when the Stafford route is going to Richmond? Do you mean the Stratford route? I know it's been updated. No idea when. I don't know timescales of stuff because, if I'm honest, I don't think Dovetail know timescales until like a few weeks before anyway, so no idea. I couldn't tell you, and even if I did know, I still couldn't tell you. I would imagine his extension, the Marbmay extension's probably been on the back burner, because if you didn't know, Johannes actually worked on this route. I think he built quite a lot of the route between Birmingham and Wolverhampton, or he did scenery or whatever else. But yeah, Johannes has worked on this, so I can imagine whilst he's been working on this, he's put Marbmay on the back burner. They made the Northampton loop not long ago for West Coast Mainline South, as well as Birmingham to Liverpool. Manchester to Liverpool would be a cool route, because that's in TSC and I have played that. Driving freight on North London line, or just stop and go services. I don't think you really realistically get that much freight though on the Marbmay line, if I'm not mistaken. I like the fact you've got a 158 over there. You can do the 158 runs on this. Oh, hello. Pendolini. Off it goes. Off it goes. Manchester Victoria needs a route. It already does. Northern Transpennine. I hope the Tenari line actually comes out in Train Sim World 6 and doesn't get delayed again. That route looks amazing. I think it's a lot sooner than we expect. I would imagine it's probably 2026 or some kind, at some point in 2026, but who knows? I think it's nearly there. It's nice ATS are doing a new Voyager M166 pack for TSC. Long overdue. Oh, I didn't know about that. I don't really pay attention to much stuff in TSC. I need to pay attention more. Why is the Marbmay only getting extended. They're not getting extended to Clapham Junction because it's a solo developer and he's only got time to extend it down to Richmond. If it extended down to Clapham Junction as well, you've got to give it more time. You've got to bear in mind that Marbmay's been built by one person. It's a third party, and because his work is so good, he's working on other routes, i.e. this one. So give him a chance. I can imagine if there's enough hype for it and enough reasoning to do it, I can imagine he'll extend it to Clapham Junction as well at some point. But these things don't take overnight. Here Eddiston comes to train Sim World 6. Here we go. Crewe. Crewe at Bahnhof. Lovely. Happy days. Open doors. Go. Right, what are we thinking next, peeps? I'm thinking of doing Birmingham Cross City. Should we do a full line run in the 323 or do we do a run in the 170? Let me know your thoughts. Whilst you let me know your thoughts, I'm gonna go to the toilet after this service, I think, because why not? Also, for those that don't know, there's a cool little feature on this route that I only spotted the other day, which I'm going to show you now. So, obviously you got the cool little Easter egg there. Why, you didn't see it, did you? This, Luke, right, last time I showed you this, it broke my stream, but there you go. Got lovely, what are they called? APTs. They're in the game, in some form. Do a chase line service in the 170. It's a bit short, that, isn't it? Adrian PB, Pavletta, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. Oh, I was just wondering when Great Western Railway Remastered is released. It's been ages. It's been ages since it got announced. Who knows? No idea. Absolutely no. I hope it's soon. I would imagine it needs to come out before the farewell pack, because the farewell pack is going to go on to Great Western Express. So, you know, whenever that comes out, I can imagine the update for the Great Western Express will be nearby. Anyway, let me... No, don't welcome me aboard. Let me get out. Let me get out, okay? Right. Happy days. So hopefully that should start going. So, I will. I'm not showing you that, Jason. What I am doing is going to the toilet, so I'll be right back. Someone call me chicken. Nobody calls me chicken. Right, what are we doing? 4 line 323, 323, 322. Okay, we can do a 322 somehow. Right, I'm back. So, I'll be back. Let's have a look. Let's have a little look round Crewe. Last time we did this, it broke. So hopefully, if it does break, then so long, farewell, that song. Let's have a little look around here. I've not explored Crewe all too much. Oh, you can go down here. Do stuff down here. I think they've done really, really good with the modelling. Double dare you. Double donkey dare me, do you? 323 service to Redditch. Well, I need to find my way out. Pendolini! Off it goes. Nice. Lovely. Way out. Why, you can use the signage. Toilets! Is there toilets? No, there's no toilets. Ah! Lifts! Working lifts. They work here. Let's go up in the lift.
Doors closing.
Do 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 do.
Lift going down.
Cheshire Lounge. Isn't there a cat called the Cheshire Cat? Through here. Cool. Obviously you got your APT. Right. You got round here. Cool. And then you've got your bus. You've got a bus, right? You get on the bus. You can't get onto it. Where's the bus going? Oh dear. I think that's brilliant. Anyway, right. Let's get back. Let's go to Birmingham. Let's go back to Birmingham. All 323s are at Northern now. I need to install Glossop Line, actually, thinking about it. I keep forgetting to do that. How big is Glossop Line? So I might get that downloading. So at least we can see the AI. I keep forgetting to do that. Where's Birmingham there? Right, someone said they wanted to see... I'll do it in the 170 timetable. Someone said they wanted to see a Redditch service. So let me see. Redditch. Four Oaks. Let's have a look. An hour and 22. That's a bit long, isn't it? What we thinking? Full line run? Four Oaks to Redditch? What we thinking? What we thinking, peeps? I don't know, Southwestern. I can not confirm nor deny. It's just funny, I think. Where are we going to? Are we doing a Redditch service? Welcome back, Tech Geek Ollie. Do the 170. No, we're going to do the 323, methinks. Just in the 170 timetable. From Lichfield. Okay. That's fine. We can do that. We can do that. I'm going to do an early morning service though. Why not? We'll do that one. Why not, eh? Oh, register Lichfield City. That works, doesn't it? We've got wait. Birmingham New Streets of Redditch. Why do we do that? Why not? And then we can do a 170 run. Sorry I'm late. No worries. No worries at all. Oh, what do I do? No, do you know what? I'm doing a full line run. I want to do a full line run. Why not? Cross City to we'll do the full line. Why not? Right, let's do it. Let's do all that. Do that. Open doors. Why not do a bit of that too? Hey, why not? Why not? Also, should be able to see some stuff from up here. So, those that don't have the 170 timetable, you will see 350s and you will see Pendolinis. Going to Crewe. Ah, look, there you go. Going to Crewe. Very nice. What was this channel before Train Sim World 1 came out? It didn't exist. This channel only begun in Train Sim World 4 times. It's a relatively new channel. I've only been doing YouTube since January 2024, something like that. July, yeah, I like the feeling of summer. Summer makes me feel good. You go to a water park on Thursday. Nice. You're watching the football and this. If they are upgrading the 323 on the Manchester route, do you think that they'll upgrade the one on the Cross City? No, because the 323 on the Manchester route would be down to ATS. So any updates to that won't be made by Dovetail themselves. And because it's a complete, as much as it's the same model, it's a different model, if that makes any sense. Right, let's go. Let's crawl out of there. This route. I could probably do this route hoodless if I really wanted to. How you doing, Tugvargan Daz? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. How you doing, Samsung Squid? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. A bit late. Nah, never, better late than never. Better late than never. You love a good run in the 323. Yeah. This route for me is... It's still up there. I like this route. I like it a lot. Would be crazy if I bought Northeast Corridor New York and the SW1000R switcher and Train Sim World 1 in 2026. It wouldn't be crazy. You'd be probably wasting money because you wouldn't be able to bring it across the Train Sim World 6. It's up to you. You do you. Birmingham Cross City, what a fantastic route. Are you on the 170 timetable? Yeah, why not? I love this route, but I prefer it with the 170 timetable. I've got the winner takes it all by ABBA stuck in my head now. Do this route with no hood, without speeding. I suppose I could do, couldn't I? What's my stopping pattern? Are we an all-stopper? I'm not brave enough. I'm not brave enough for it. I don't know the Redditch branch too well. I don't know what the speeds are like on that. Speeding is his channel's nature. Personally, on Birmingham to Crewe, an EMR 222 would be cool. Why? it wouldn't make sense on Birmingham Crewe. Earlier on, I did a run in the 323 on Birmingham Crewe from Wolverhampton to New Street. Hey, if you stay long enough, we might do a 323 run on the Birmingham Crewe route. Who knows? After this run, it's kind of free reign. We'll see what we're like for time and what's happening, because I think it'll be around about 10 o'clock when this finishes. You can do BMR hoodless between Brighton and Gatwick. The other half I'm still learning. I could easily do hoodless between Sutton Coldfield and New Street. Not a problem. But I'm not very good with the Lichfield end and I mean I'm relatively all right with New Street to Longbridge. You're northeastern, so I have no idea about the West Coast. No, the EMR 222s I don't think they run anywhere on the West Coast main line. If there was a schedule before we started, then you'd be prepared. It'd be cool if you could have like a paper schedule. Paper schedules would be really cool. I think this was the first. Was this the first ever train with GSMR? I think it was, you know. You've no clue about the West Coast. No, don't worry. That's okay. I don't have a clue about most things, to be honest. You can do Hoodless Midland Main Line. I mean, it's relatively easy doing this Hoodless because it's basically 60 pretty much all the way to Birmingham, and then I think it's 40. I think it's 60 then to just before you branch onto Kings Norton, and it's 45, and I think at that point it's about 90 after that point. Your poll has 67 votes. The only route I dare to do Hoodless on is the overground route on the West Coast Main Line South. You wish they made the Tyne and Wear Metro. What's the poll saying, by the way? 67 votes, 70% of you have said West Coast Mainline Birmingham Crewe. Interesting. Interesting set of results there. I live in the West Coast, but in California it's only 12:42 here. I bet it's nice and warm as well, you jammy sod. California, it's time to party. California, it's time to party. In the city of Compton. Just had a new subscriber, so welcome aboard to the new person that has just subscribed. Hope you're doing well. Welcome to the channel. For those of you that are new here, by the way, I do see a few new names in the chat. My name is Richie, and on this channel, I'm not your typical train sim content creator, in the sense that I don't do things properly. I speed, I spad, I overshoot, because I focus way too much on the chat than the actual game, which is a bad habit. It's a good habit when you're a streamer, but a bad habit when you're playing a train game. So yeah, prepare for chaos, because we will spad at some point, I can imagine. It's not a RichyRail stream without a spad. It's a cute little country road, this, isn't it? Very cute, very quaint around here. At some point, we will cross over the thingy-majig, the M6. I think the M6 toll, even back there somewhere. It's somewhere, the M6 toll, anyway. Might be this here. Is that it? No, that doesn't look very M6 tolly to me. I think it's this. This is the M6 toll. That's definitely the M6 toll. Yeah, I think it is. Because if you went up that way, that's towards the toll booth. I've been up there before. I'm pretty sure that's the toll booth there anyway. There you go. That's M6 toll. Would you mind opening the window? Sure. There you go. If it's too quiet, I can turn the game audio up. I have turned it right down. Let me test it myself. I get a little bit of echo, but let me test it. Mind opening the window? Sure. Yeah. It's too quiet. Let me stop at Shenson. I can always turn the game up a little bit. Let me just knock that up a bit. Is that any better? I've turned it right up for you. It's about 65 in rainy. 65, is that Fahrenheit? What's that in proper measurements? Celsius. Just finished some editing for tomorrow's video, a bit of TSC. Ooh, nice. How convenient is that there? That house, straight onto a station. Shenstone. There's a cat here. There you go. There's a cat. Oh, it's called Salem. Cute little cat. What TOC would you like to see come to Train Sim World? I'm trying to think what we've not got in Train Sim World. I don't know. That's a good question, actually. I'd like to see more of what we've already got, because we've got Transport for Wales. I'd like to see more Welsh routes. We've got ScotRail, so obviously I'd like to see more Scottish routes. I don't actually know. More northern stuff, I'd say. I think I'd like to see more northern stock. As for a for a TOC, what other train operating companies is there really there to add? Like passenger wise, like UK wise. I'm trying to think. Maybe South Western Railway, possibly. I know a lot of people want to see South Western Railway. I subbed earlier after seeing the building UK and Transport Fever. Ah, nice. Do you enjoy that series? I'm having a little break away from that series. I've been doing a lot of work behind the scenes. I am tempted to do that live at some point though, because I feel like that'd be fun. If he has one of those, he's got to have a Kit Kat. The layers are just too good to give the wind to south. Break. How you doing, casual? Welcome to the stream. Are you awake tonight? TPE, yes, yeah, 100% TPE. I forgot about them. I'd like to see TPE in the game, actually. You'd love to have Northern 195s and TPE 185s. Greater Anglia. Chiltern could be cool. Lumo, South Western Railway, Hull Trains and Grand Central. Yeah, but those ones, I don't know. They'd be cool to see, but it's not my first pick. I think out of all of them, TPE would be one I'd like to see. I was wide awake yesterday. You all just confused me. It doesn't take much, does it? I don't know about Merseyrail. I think TPE is up there. I'm up there with that. I'm happy with that. Series is looking cool. I have no idea how I'm going to transfer it from Transport Fever 2 to 3 though. That's going to be fun when that happens. Oh, I've gone a bit cold now. It's a bit chilly. It's a bit chilly in the RichyRail household. Chiltern 168. Are those the grey ones? Coming into the station a little bit too slowly. I actually went underneath this station in the Punto at some point recently. Because whenever I go to Birmingham to see family, I drive past Blake Street Station. Yeah, I drove underneath here. I drove from up there. There's a roundabout up there somewhere if you keep going. Nice little pub. But yeah, I drove past this not long ago. It's quite cool. So if we see a Punto looking car, that's me. They're the 170s with different fronts. Right, let's go to Butlins Lane. Butlins! Red coats, peeps. Get your red coats out. You're off to Skeg or Bognor. Skeg. I've actually been to Butlins in Skeg. Isn't Great Northern also missing? Yeah, you don't want Great Northern there. Skegness. Beautiful place. Has everyone ever been to Butlins before? Or are people Haven people? One 168s have different, both different. Hold on, have both different and 168s are both different and the same cabs as 170s. Depends on the variant. However, there are only 4-car turbo stars in operation. 70000 Britannia is at Norfolk Railway. Right, off to Four Oaks. Well, let's go. Butlins is your idea of hell. Nah, nothing wrong with Butlins. Never been to Butlins. I've been to Haven, but ages ago. It's defo pre-lockdown. I went to Butlins in 2006 or 5. 2005 or 6 at some point. I was 5. I didn't really care, but yeah. We took the train. We took the train from Birmingham, actually. We went from Birmingham to Derby to Nottingham, Nottingham to Skegness. You're going to see a blue dolphin in Filey, Haven on Monday. Got C2C. Oh yeah, it's not important. Would you want to see would you want to see the North Yorkshire Moors Railway DLC for Train Sim 6? Oh yeah, I think you know, I recently visited the North Yorkshire Moors Railway and it was a lot of fun. It'd be cool to see that. I think it'd be cool to see Whitby in the game. Beautiful station, that. Maybe Grand Central. The difficult thing with Grand Central, though, and the same with Lumo and Hull trains, is that they are pretty much express trains from King's Cross. So playability is quite limited, in my opinion. You'd love to see You'd love to see Greater Anglia in the game. You just want to drive a Flirt. We haven't got any Virgin stock, have we? Yeah, but Virgin don't run anymore. I think they are coming back in at some point. Kitty cat. Levi. Hello, Levi. Oh, absolutely. I cannot express how much I love cats. Blooming love the little fluffy things. Right, off we go. Sutton Chillifield. Yeah, as much as I keep playing it, I love it. I love this route. And it matters to think that this route's 3 years old now. Crazy. Crazy to think it's been in the game for so long. Grand Central would just not be in the game. The cat had a dovetail collar. Isn't the 745 a thing? Not in Train Sim World, no. I think it is in Train Sim Classic though. Oh, I need a coffee. Right, down to 35. I keep seeing them signs. What do they say on them? Poor adhesion site. Ooh, okay. That's cool. It's quite a busy route, this one. Chuckle. Can you lot hear Sham, by the way? She's chuckling. Sutton Coldfield for Sutton Park. Now Sutton Park is a massive station, massive park. Nuts how big it is. Almost takes up the half the size of Birmingham, which is good if you ask me. There's hardly any greenery in Birmingham. I've actually got I've got the train from here a fair few times actually. Now, could we have the Caledonian Sleeper in a Birmingham route? Yeah, I mean, technically yes, but I just don't see the point in the Caledonian Sleeper at all, because they don't stop anywhere. I'm pretty sure they only stop for like in loops and whatever else. I don't think they actually stop at any station stops. So I just don't really see the point in the Caledonian Sleeper. And they've only had a couple of services. I mean, the situation is as well, if we were to see Caledonian Sleeper in the game, people would complain about it because, well, they'd have to charge, you know, however much for it. They wouldn't do it as a free DLC. You know, you can't. Nothing's free anymore, in any way, shape, or form, in anything in the world. So, you know, having to charge for something that's not really going to give you much playability, in my opinion, I don't see the point. It doesn't seem worth getting the licensing for so little gameplay. You know what I'm saying? You're only going to be able to use it 2 times. Yeah, exactly. 4 times at a push with the West Coast Main Line South. I don't see the point. I really don't. With the dev time, I just don't see, from a business point of view. Sure, from a rail fan point of view, it'd be great to see him in game, but from a business point of view, I just don't see, you know, having to get the licensing and whatever for 2 services a day. Just doesn't really seem much point to me. It's the same with Eurostar, because I don't see the point in Eurostar either. Because, like, again, between London and Paris, sure, it'd be a great run, but you just... Let's be realistic. People have complained about Castle Würzburg. People have complained about East Coast Main Line being far too linear and far too boring, because it's very much, you put it into full throttle and you go. So why do people want Eurostar when it'd be the exact same thing, and arguably even worse, because half it's a tunnel. It's a very interesting set of stairs. Haha. Are you gonna honk at me? Go on, honk at me. I dare you. Ah. I like that I honk at you. Right, next up is Chester Road, my old home station. I'm being moved. Oh, it's because the train's moving, of course. Right. I was thinking, oh, what, the car's moving me out of the way. Should be a waste of time. There could be better ideas. I agree. It's like I just don't see the point in wasting dev time on that for a novelty. Novelty things don't make much sense to me. Holiday Express. Is there an Elizabeth line in Trains and World? No, there's not an Elizabeth line. However, a section of the Elizabeth line in Great Western Express is in game, but you can't drive the 345s. Some freight variety would be nice. How so? How do you mean? Just nothing, something else than a 66? Because if that's the case, well, you're in luck. There's a 90 coming. Chester Road. There is actually something at Chester Road I need to go and quickly find. You know, the amount of times I've gotten at this station is quite surreal. Happy days. Stop there. Now there is. I'm not going to run to it, but if you go over here, there is a collectible just before this bridge. There you go, look. Oh, no, it's not there. It's there. There you go, look. Cheeky little collectible. It's an interesting bridge, isn't it? So for those that don't know, that building there, that little shiny building over there, I grew up in that. Fun fact. There we go, there's a better view of it. I grew up in there. I would have grown up in one of these ones here. Fun fact. And in the field, there was a field that have you ever heard the story of the dog knocking me over? Because that's somewhere around here. The field would have been around about, they've built loads of new build houses since. It would have been this here. So this is all new build housing here. So around about 15 years ago, this was like a great big field that we used to take the dog for a walk, and the dog made me go absolutely flying. That and 66 liveries, a bit more fun mix of carriages. Not just one type per train. I mean, I suppose you've got the things like the DRS and you've got the pink one as well. But I get what you mean, yeah. I think it'd be cool to see different operators as well. Different freight operators. It was a good start with ROG. Right, sip of my drink. That's cool. Yeah, it's good, isn't it? Many times I walk down that street from that flat. It's like a mission. There's a cool little Mackey's up there, actually. And an Erdington. I've got on an Erdington a fair few times. My only gripe with this route is that Birmingham is that Erdington is far too clean. If you come to this part of Erdington, it is, how do I put this? Slightly deprived. It's not as clean as this. So you need a lot more cars for a start, and yeah, the shops, barber shops. Bradley's. That's a cool little. Looks almost 3D, that, doesn't it? That's quite cool. It's quite trippy. You're looking forward to the Class 142 Pacer, the Transport for Wales one. as an under. I'm not too sure how to pronounce that. That was a field. That was a field B for with. That was a field B with. What? That was a field B for with exaggerated accent. I have no idea what you're saying. I have no idea what you're saying. Not a clue. That whole sentence has just fried my brain. You up the next DLC we get a passenger train other than the 323 or 350. Well, you're in luck. There's an 805 coming. Average day in the north. I know someone who's excited for the Transport for Wales pacer. Oh yeah. If it were a Northern 153, not 153, 143, he'd be very, very happy. And then if it came with a Tees Valley overhaul, my guy would not be able to function. This one's always a difficult station to stop at. It's downhill. I always struggle at Gravelly Hill. Every single time. I always overcook it. You'd love to see a Great Western Railway 158. Do you know what? I think Skyhook would absolutely make loads of money with that. I really would if they did that. I think it'd be a brilliant idea. That and a Transport for Wales one. Now that we've got the section that you could run it on. Cat there. Someone's Ghost. Hello, Ghost. Oh, I'd love to just scrit your head, you little sod. Also, bears. You get bears in this route, which are collectibles. Information. No smoking, vaping, or bog snorkeling on the platforms or trains. Yeah, no snorkeling, then bogs. I don't even know what bog snorkeling is. Home of Spaghetti Junction. Love it. Spaghetti Junction. Tees Valley already exists. No, I mean like an overhauled Tees Valley. I.e. either a modern day one or a Todd 4 upgrade. But yes, I know TVL already exists. That bear looks like... was it Jungle Skog? Is that what they call him? I think we've got a Jungle Skog. Love IKEA. We're thinking of going to IKEA tomorrow, actually. Ah! That reminded me, I needed to order something from IKEA. Dang it. Oh well. So this is Penny Road. Get it? Spaghetti Junction. Penny Road. Penny. Get it? Get it? You better do. And this is a canal. And this canal would be the one that you'd see people walking along on the West Coast Main Line route. Did you know? Fun fact. Did you know there's more canals in Birmingham than there is in Venice? Fun fact. Even more of a fun fact, if you've got Snapchat and you go to Birmingham and you put the location filter on in Birmingham, it will come up with Venice because it confuses it because of the canals. Fun fact. As it's my local line, I'd pay anything for up to 30 quid for a redone new TVL. It needs to have 156 and an extension to Bishop Auckland though. Oh yeah, 100%. I think it'd be brilliant. That's one route I'd like to see overhauled. I really would. Is the 1 free coffee a day at IKEA with IKEA? Hold on. Is the 1 free coffee a day with IKEA family a thing in the UK? Never heard of that before. How you doing, Dex? Welcome to the stream. Have you picked up the route? And if so, have you been trying to get over to Molyneux? How you doing, Jadu? Welcome to the stream. It could also be called Facility Road. No, I'm thinking Penny Road, whatever it was. I should have said Penny Lane, shouldn't I? What an absolute goon. Anyway. This is the way up towards the chase line. This is where you'd see eventually the Villa Ground, which would be very good, very, very cool to see in the game, methinks. I'm coming down with another cold. Hate to hear that. It's that time of year, though, isn't it? So I went just before I went to Lanzarote. I was a bit sniffly and a bit ill. Past it now though, which is good. I haven't yet, no. First thing I'm going to do is take a screenshot of Molyneux, even as a Manchester United fan. Oh, yeah. Have you been seeing that geezer that's not cut his hair yet? It is a thing in Spain. Literally, when I'm bored enough for a walk, I use my mum's IKEA family card and walk there for a free coffee. Oh, that's cool. I've never heard of that before. Never heard of that. All this talk of coffee is making me quite sleepy, actually. What time is it for you? 9:15. Three games in a row now. Ooh. Promising. He might actually cut his hair though. Over a year now it might actually be cut. I hope so. I hope it does for his sake. My goodness. Richie, riddle me this. I'm arranging a meet-up with a couple of friends. We're thinking London, so I looked at train prices. It's double the price for them than me, even though it's the same distance. Is it because they're on an express train and you're on a slower train? Because if you're on a less, for some stupid reason, if you're on a slower train, it'll be cheaper, won't it? Here is Birmingham. What a beautiful part of the country, Birmingham. It was so surreal seeing this in the game when it first came out. Nice and built up. This is obviously the future Curzon Street. All this is going to look completely different. There's going to be a big old viaduct going across here. There we go. There's Curzon Street Station. Got the bull ring there. Got the rotunda. Yeah, be quiet. I know what I'm doing. How you doing, Alex the Train Boy? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. Have you tried playing Lakeside Rail on Roblox? No, I haven't. Come with the Peaky Blinders and Richie. Oh, I love Peaky Blinders. What a show. What a show. That was the vibe for my wedding, was Peaky Blinders. I'm on Thameslink and they're on Greater Anglia. Sunderland, Liverpool and Brighton. Very surprised that we won against Liverpool, but it's ecstatic. Stop screaming at Richie. How many spads? None yet. No spads. We'll have a spad at one point though. Hot take, but I prefer driving the 323 rather than the 350. If I'm honest, I don't disagree with you. Especially on the Birmingham Cross City, it's the only thing you can sort of drive, isn't it? Oh, stunning. It's great that you got all the stuff as you come in now. Just need the Voyagers now to come into the timetable. I'd like to hope as well that the 350s they could update to be the all aboard ones. That'd be cool. Every time I hear Birmingham, I hear, what's the worst accent? Birmingham. Birmingham. I can seamlessly switch to a Brummie accent. It's quite good how I do it. Say, you're from Birmingham? How are you? I'm from Birmingham. Yeah, I'll go in Smethwick. Oh, you got a... I'm Danny G. you want a bro? Live in Smethwick, Birmingham. That's not like Richie. Yeah, I'm not a doppelganger. I'm an imposter. Blue sauce. My parents have a black country accent, and they always get asked if they're from Birmingham. Oh yeah, that's the thing you don't do. You don't ask someone from the black country if they're from Birmingham. Or if someone says, where are you from? And they say, I'm from Dudley, or I'm from the Black Country, and they go, oh, so basically Birmingham. That's like fueling fire. It's not good. Not good at all. Don't ever do that. Tell you what I'm gonna do. I need to gloss up. Let's see if I can install gloss up. How long is that gonna take me? Can you download whilst you're playing a game? That's the question. Don't think you can, but we're gonna do it anyway. 3 minutes. Oh, fine. Happy days. Happy days. Fine by me. Not in the game now. There we go. Cool. Oh, I was going to go in then. Calling someone from the Black Country a Brummie is like calling a Welshman an Englishman. Oh yeah. So how's things on the stream since I was busy for a couple of hours? Yeah, going well. We are driving a 323 across Birmingham, and then we're going to go maybe back onto West Coast Main Line Birmingham Crewe. Lived in Birmingham for a few years, came back, and now my friends think I've developed an accent. Where have you moved to in the UK? I'm from Spain, but for some reason, when they say I have a Manchester accent, I've never met someone from Manchester. Mane. 0161, Mane on the map. You're off. Catch you later, Jadu. Much appreciate you coming in. Have a good rest of your evening. I hope the cold's not too bad. Using an iPad. So that's the way towards Crewe through there. London. Ah, London. Have you got like a roadman accent now? This is Benton. This is a Stepford Express service to Lynn by the Sea. The next station will be Leighton Stepford Road. I'm shortly arriving at Benton. Bloody Benton. So this is where I should just I should jump into Stepford County Railway and just drive out of Benton. Still technically Birmingham, isn't it? Five Ways. So Five Ways is where you get off for if you wanted to go for a night out. Up the hill. All the beans. You mean Birmingham New Street? Oh yeah, that's it. That's the one. Waterline, my beloved. Galicia is the Birmingham of Spain, accent-wise. What the worst accent? What's the worst area in Birmingham? Are we talking true Birmingham? Or are we talking like Black Country as well? There's some bad areas in Birmingham. I'd probably say one of them would be Chelmsley Wood. Absolute dive is that place. Erdington's not great. Trying to think where else isn't that great. King's Heath isn't great. Moseley, that sort of Stetchford sort of area, it's not very nice around. It's just not very nice anywhere in Birmingham, is it, realistically? King's Standing, absolute dive. Not very nice in King's Standing. King's Standing is that bad that there was a song about its KFC, and the song about the King's Standing KFC was that it ran out of chicken. I'm pretty sure the song caused it to actually shut down. It's Birmingham overall. You've seen the absolute robbery they did to Morganstown. Have they updated it, have they? Spark Hill. Oh yeah, yeah. I'm off to bed now. Park run early in the morning. Thank you very much for coming in, Samsung Squid. Much appreciated. You remember that one? The King Standing KFC. You know, you have no chicken for me, but this is KFC. I take away your no chicken mayo, cause they got no chicken in stock. What a song. I have many memories in Birmingham, right? For those of you that know your buses, I have many memories of getting the 33 from Birmingham to King Standing. One light missing on the headlights. I don't think so. I'm not paying attention. Hold on. I think that's prototypical. I'm pretty sure that's prototypical, isn't it? Yeah, I think that's prototypical. It's like that one and that one. I think the 350s did the same thing as well. Still got 26 people watching. That's absolutely incredible. Good to see that 26 people have an interest in Birmingham. National Express West Midlands. They're the bus operators in Birmingham. That's the one. I can see clearly now the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. I said that 26 people are interested in Birmingham still and about 10 people left. That tells me to make a note of the viewers. Oh dear. Hodge Hill. The nicest area in Birmingham is probably Sutton. Sutton's quite nice. Not Sutton, not the town centre in Sutton. More like the outskirts. Kind of like Aldridge and stuff like that's quite nice. Four Oaks is alright. Where else is quite nice? Solihull's alright. Smethwick you don't want to go to. Don't like Smethwick. You scared 5 of them away, yeah. The harsh reality of Birmingham. Of course, Smethwick. Yeah, I didn't want to say Smethwick though, because that's technically Black Country. And then you'll have the comments of, that's not Birmingham now. It is. It's on the border, and it's Smethwick. Smethwick is like kind of like. Has anyone ever heard that piece of land that like neither France or Spain wants to own, whatever it is? Smethwick's kind of like that. The Black Country doesn't want it, and Birmingham doesn't want it, so it just kind of falls in the middle. Slowly approaching into Selly Oak. Bourneville. I had some Bourneville today actually. Love a bit of Bourneville. Obviously got the QE hospital over there. Iconic little building. I would say it's part of Birmingham. I would probably say it's the Black Country, Smethwick, but I also think it's one of them. It's very much down to interpretation. Out of the 4 DLC that I've released for Train Sim 6 so far, which one is your favourite? Easily West Coast Mainline Birmingham to Crewe. 100%. Absolutely no question about it. If I were to rank them, I'd go West Coast Mainline Birmingham to Crewe, Riviera Line, Morristown Line, Leipzig Dresden. Can we have a flyby shot as we leave? Of course. I'll do it hoodless as well for you. I'll go right to the end. Should we go right to the end of the station? And should we just full beans it out the station? Just zoom in a little bit. Oh, hello. There you go. Little departing shot for you. I'm guessing that's what you wanted. And what you got now. Yeah. Just had a new subscriber, so welcome aboard to the new person that's just subscribed, and it's also just pushed us over to 5.54. Excellent. I think the issue for me with Leipzig Dresden is that it's too long, that you just end up falling asleep if you do a 4 line. I think for me, the other 3 offerings are a bit more interesting and are a bit more me. I like Leipzig Dresden in the sense, I don't think it's a bad route, it's just not like my favourite out of the 4. Do you reckon more people would like Birmingham if it wasn't for the accent? Probably not, no. Also, now that I hear it, how on earth do you do tones on the PS5? I can only do one tone from the controller. Easy. So on the this is what I actually need to make a little tutorial on. I keep meaning to do it. I'm obviously on the PC, but I'm using a PlayStation controller. And if you press the horn button, which is that's obviously what you can do. If you press and hold square, there you go. It's the same way you change the camera as well. So I've just pressed the right analog stick to go to the free camera, which you can change in the settings. But if you press the camera button and you press left on the D-pad at the same time, you can do different internal shots like that. And if you press right on the D-pad, you can do different external shots. Fun fact. You never knew that, yeah. That's how you do it. That's how you do it from there. Now we're in a funky place. Let me get back to the cab. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna have to make a little tutorial on that, because a lot of people ask me that question. But yeah, literally, if you press the right analog stick and a left analog stick and square at the same time, I think there's different ones as well. You can change your types of brake as well. If you've got different types of brake, if you press circle, you can change that. It's called operation shift. The camera I knew. Yeah, it's the same thing with the horn as well. Fun little fact. Fun little fact. That's insane. Good, isn't it? Good little trick. They don't tell you stuff like this, but it's a cool little trick. Right, what I am going to say is that for those that want to watch this little watch along whilst I'm watching the F1, I'm going to say there needs to be around about 25 to 30 people here. Otherwise I'm going to go watch it. So, what you need to do is share this with your friends. And if you know anyone that likes F1, share it with them, right? And we'll do a little watch along with the F1. What trick? The horn on controller. Some people didn't know how to do it. The same thing as well is that if you press both the analog sticks in, you go straight to the photo mode as well. I'm pretty sure. You unlock the door. If you press both, oh there you go. Yeah, if you press both the analog sticks in, you go straight to photo mode. There you go. I don't know why I do it more. I don't know why I always go for the main menu, but yeah. But however, it has made me stuck, which isn't good. For some reason, it didn't like that, so let me just there you go. I've played this game since day one, Train Simulator 2020, and I never knew that trick. There you go. It's the same way on Xbox as well. It's just the same. It's just the same analog stick. How do you turn off the hood? Hold the D-pad. Oh no, not D-pad, sorry. It's, what's the button now? I forget which one it is. Obviously, if you want to go to the map, you press the thingy. I think How do you do it on the controller now? I think it's not that one. It's definitely not the share button. It's not that one. No, it's definitely not that one. How do you do it now? There is a way. I think you hold the D-pad down. I'm pretty sure. Hold the options button. Ah, there you go. Hold the options, hold the pause button. That's how you do it. How do you, Leon? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, there's loads of cool little features. Ah, it's square for the brakes, by the way. If you keep pressing square, you can go to different types of brake. I learnt one the other day as well, that if you're on the PC, if you're running around a train, if you're running like on free roam and whatever, and you're in a train and you need to get back to your train quickly, if you press Control 0, you go straight back to your train. Yeah, yeah, it's the options button. My bad. Why is it included in the controller guide? I think it should be put in there, to be honest. I didn't think it, do you know what? That's a good shout, actually. I didn't think it was in there. I will raise that because it's a really good bit of information. With all the questions, I got myself to #1 fan. Ah, there you go. You managed to get yourself to #1 fan without spamming. That's how you do it. I'm pretty sure as well, there used to be a way that I think if you press square and left... Whoa! Hello! Zoom. There used to be a way that you pressed, I think it was either square or left or whatever, and you'd be able to change the lights as well. I don't know how to do that anymore though. Is it up? No, it's none of them. No, up and down's your... Yeah, up and down's your thingy. This train is the free car. For those that didn't know, by the way, the 323s have nameplates on. We're Blake Street. If there was one route you could bring to Train Sim World, what would it be and why? See, this is a difficult one because Birmingham Cross City and West Coast Main Line Birmingham to Crewe are like up there with my suggestions. Maybe Snow Hill lines, I think that would be a good one with Worcester. Maybe Wolverhampton to Shrewsbury somehow, that would be a good one. Leeds to Doncaster could be a good shout. I think realistically I'd like a West Coast Main Line connector route, either, you know, something like Birmingham to Milton Keynes or the Trent Valley. I think would be really cool. There's so many different options. If you get a new Birmingham line, would you need to get the old one for the Class 323? Yes, to layer. It works how any other layer would work. If only they started Birmingham to Crewe at Birmingham International. The issue is, though, everyone would have said, well, it's a bit of a random start and end point, and arguably it is. Because it's mainly with the 350s, and realistically you'd have your crew changeover at Birmingham. Another 15 minutes to go on this one. There's some chocolate around here somewhere. I think the snow hull lines would be good. The Transport for Wales services terminated international along with some West Midlands Railway services. Yeah, that's true, but the situation is with that though is that first off, a lot of people are complaining about the Transport for Wales layer because it's not the 158, and also the 350s, which are the base thing. It kind of makes more sense for it to go from Birmingham. I agree with you. It would be cool to go down to international, but I just feel like Birmingham is a sensible endpoint. Is it true that there's a huge carrot under the map in the Birmingham to Crewe route? There was at the start. Kieran came into the stream on Monday, and he said that during development at the start, because he went through and did a bit of QA, he found a massive carrot underneath the station. Be nice to have another stop for the Voyagers or Pendolinos. Yeah, but I think the situation with the Pendolinos and the Voyagers, though, again, it's a layer, so the route isn't. The thing is with the route was that it was built for the 350, and then whatever layers are on top are a bonus. So although you'd say, oh yeah, it'd be good for Pendolinos or Voyagers to have an extra stop or whatever, I think what we've got is a good stretch of line. It makes sense. It's kind of like key. Because in Train Sim World, the endpoints are meant to be where there's crew changeovers, which is, kind of realistic. Have you tried the Roblox game that's literally Wimbledon to Woking and Hampton Court? No, I haven't. What's that called? Right, then up to 90. Let's go. Let's go. I get you. No, it'd be good to see more route, but I think what we've got is good. You've got to draw a line somewhere, and that's what all the board really made a good point with stressing, is that you do have to draw the line at some point along the route, and I think they're sensible endpoints. Yeah, there's a lot of layers. I agree, Andrew. There's an awful lot of layers. There's loads to do on this route. Not just on this route, on Birmingham Crewe as well. Look at this little thing. Oh my god. Oh, sleeping now, I tell you. I tell you. Trackside Railway. I'll make sure to note that. Is Train Sim World 6 the end of 8th gen consoles, you reckon? If I'm honest, I think Train Sim World 3 should have been the end of Gen 8 consoles. I really think it should have been. Everyone should think about this. If you add too much, it's going to make it look too busy and it'll break the game. Yep. That's the thing. You've got to draw a line somewhere. Yeah, Birmingham International would have been good, but that would have only suited a few services. And it wouldn't really have made much sense to end it there. In my opinion, anyway. It's like Milton Keynes, I think, is a decent endpoint because that's where you would realistically have some crew changeovers, especially on 350 services. There we go. Xbox One and PlayStation 4, there's just no point of them being in the game. You can't do anything with it, and you can't add anything onto them. It's just a waste of space. It's a waste of development time, if you ask me. I think, you know, this game's going to go into 2026, you know, at a minimum. And to still be building a game for Gen 8 on hardware that is, what, 2012, 2013, 2014 at a push? You know, that's a lot to ask, in my opinion. And I think, you know, there comes a point where you just say, okay, enough is enough. You know, pardon the pun with the thread on the forums, but I think, you know, Gen 8 has served its purpose, and, you know, Gen 9 is almost at the end. Also, these houses are a bit funky, aren't they? You know, Gen 9 is close to the end of it as well. So, you know, I mean, it's great if you're on a PlayStation 5, because it means that, you know, with the Gen 8 support, you know, once the PlayStation 6 comes out, for example, the PlayStation 5 is going to be supported for whenever. I do dread that a little bit, though, when the PS6 comes out, because they're essentially going to... I think PlayStation pretty much own the market now, don't they? So, it's going to be interesting. Well, Gen 9's due to upgrade. I'm going to make a prediction that 2027, 2028 is when we'll probably hear about the PlayStation 6 next year. If I'm honest, I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised one bit to see a PlayStation 6 be announced in the next year or two. But then, you know, basing off that, Train Sim World's going to support Gen 8 until at least minimum 2035. If you're going off the length that they're supporting Gen 8, it just seems a bit ridiculous, doesn't it? You know, at a point, are you going to still? Are you still going to make Gen 8 builds when Gen 10 consoles come out? I noticed that notched brakes on the 710s are absolutely not notched in game. It says it is, but it isn't. How so? I believe the only Train Sim World games I'll play on Gen 8 are Train Sim World 1, 2 and 3. I think they're the ones that should have remained on Gen 8 as well. They're going to have to ditch it at some point. I genuinely agree. I mean, look at West Coast Main Line Birmingham to Crewe, that's not on Gen 8. What do you think the surprise is that All Aboard mentioned with the upcoming 805? I don't actually know. It's intriguing though, isn't it? What do you think the surprise is? My Gen 8 Xbox is sitting underneath my bed doing nothing. It'll just date. Mac is playable on Gen 8, but there is no services on it. Right then, let's boogie. Off to Redditch. Our next and final calling point. Which is probably where I'm going to end it. I know I was going to do an F1 watch along, but I'm actually quite sleepy, so I'm going to go and get a coffee. So by the time I've made a coffee, by the time I finish this run, done my outro, got a coffee, be halfway through the qualifying anyway, so I'm just going to go watch it. You can engage 1 for break or 2 free. The game says that there are 1 and 2, but the train applies different powers if exactly those are somewhere in between. You'd like to see maybe a 2025 timetable for Birmingham to Crewe or a 2019 timetable with ex-London Midland 350s. So if Richie spads, we blame it on the boogie. Oh, there's a red signal coming up. Evening, William. Hope you're doing well. Bit of a Michael Jackson reference there. Don't blame it on the sunshine. Don't blame it on the moonlight. Don't blame it on the good times. Blame it on the bouquet. I just can't control my feet. That's an interesting 70 sign. My goodness, that's not it. Yeah, there it is. It's a bit wonky, isn't it? It's just a tad bit wonky. 2019 timetable for West Coast Mainline South. I think they're bringing in the different variations of the 350s to the West Coast Mainline South anyway. Six car 323. So what we're thinking then? Should I call it a night? Or will you bear with me whilst I go and get a coffee and such, and then we'll do an F1 watch along? What we're thinking? What route are we driving? We're driving the Birmingham Cross City. We are just coming into Redditch, just round the corner from Redditch. Go get some sleep. Get a coffee. That singing's bad. Don't take it up as a job. Oh, thank you very much. That was very rude. I was planning to quit my job and start being a singer, being a street performer. Can you do a live stream tomorrow? No, I won't be able to tomorrow because the race is on. I certainly won't. I won't be doing a watch along when the race is on. No, I can't. I don't normally stream on Sundays. I used to, but I don't anymore. I don't have time. The issue, I would like to stream more often, but I just really struggle for time. Sometimes it can be a challenge to juggle YouTube stuff, a full-time job, a social life, and cooking dinner. It's Mexico. Are you certain of your stopping pattern, train? I am certain of my stopping pattern. I think that's a really cool little feature, that. Is that there in the Glossop 323s? Or the Manchester 323s? Gently does it. Gently does it. That sign seems very American. I'll keep a lookout for you next stream anyway. Should be Wednesday. Not too sure what yet, but it should be Wednesday. There we go. And that was a run to Redditch. This is Redditch. Shit heap. Apparently, you can go to 90 mile an hour through there as well. I wonder if you can actually get through there. You can see that the line used to carry on, I think. Oh dear. Whilst that's unloading, what we're saying in the poll. 100 votes, 70 of you. That's a really, really good sample size. That. I'm gonna make sure to take a snippet of that because that's a good little sample size. 100 votes. Of that, 70 people said West Coast Main Line, Birmingham to Crewe. Happy days. Standard time, 7 o'clock. Right, so let me return to free roam. What time does my service start? 8:10. 8 minutes. That's fine. That's fine. Oh, where have I gone? That's fine. Right then, peeps. Let me F1 it. F1 it. Haha, I get it because I'm going to go watch the F1. Anyway, right. I am actually going to go off, I think, to watch the Formula cars do stuff. Because why not? I would carry on doing another run, but I would imagine a lot of people are going to probably drop off to go watch the F1 as well. And I also want to go and get a coffee and stuff. I mean, I suppose we could do another run. It's all very much depending on what you don't want to see. I'll tell you what. I'll ask. What should we do? What should we do? Do we do an F1 watch along plus one more run, or shall I sleep? What we saying? F1 watch along plus one more run, or shall I sleep? Are you guys going to be kind? Meanwhile, you should be going to sleep now. Sleep. Lots of people saying sleep. I think you need a coffee. Yeah. The caveat for the F1 watch along is I need to go for a coffee first. 60-40. $11 votes, 55-45. It's almost 50-50. One more vote. Let's see. Sleep. Lots of sleep. Well, currently, F1 watch along plus one more run is winning. That is winning. I think sleep is a good one. It's pretty much 50-50. So I think I'm gonna sleep. Listen, I'm just messing around. I'm gonna shoot off. I just wanted to mess around for 5 minutes. I'm gonna head off. But that was a little run, all things Birmingham. We obviously did a bit of Birmingham Crewe and obviously Birmingham Cross City as well. So 2 4-line runs, pretty much in both subjective routes, whatever the term is. Yeah, of course, not too sure what the next stream is going to be on Wednesday, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens and what it could be. I'll decide. But that's the plan, to go live next Wednesday. As for other bits and bobs from me, there's a new video on Monday to do with Birmingham, and also potentially next week maybe the return of ticking off trains. To be confirmed though. So yeah, should be all good. But yeah, pardon me. Thank you all for coming in tonight. Much appreciate it. For anyone that's going to watch the F1, enjoy. Let's see if Max Verstappen can win. And yeah, should be a good bit of fun. So thank you all for coming in tonight. Much appreciate it. And yeah, see you all in the next stream. Bye everyone.